Hey everyone, let's talk about Saints and Sinners by Tom Holt. This is a bind-up of two novels, Paint Your Dragon and Open Sesame. Paint Your Dragon is a story about good and evil. We have Saint George and the dragon he slayed come back to our life, into our society, through a sculpture that was made by sculptress Bianca, and somehow she can make sculptures that people can live in and become real again. So we have all this fight between good and evil going on, and we have Bianca, we have George, we have the dragon, and we have a lot of other characters, and they're just trying to get by and following their different schemes. Open Sesame is a take on stories and storytelling, and what better way to do that than with Scheherazade telling the story of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. In this particular story we have the problem that Akram the Terrible doesn't want to be in this story dying all the time anymore, so he flees into reality, and all the things start to work out there, and we find out the connections between reality and fairy life and how people are always trying to escape from their stories. So this is a very vague summary of the stories because I want to talk about the book and the writing a little bit more. Both stories deal with interesting aspects. In Paint Your Dragon, the good and evil is an interesting aspect. I like how Tom Holt keeps looking at what is good, what is evil, and he keeps looking at the evil character who actually is not so evil, and the good character who comes along as a little bit more evil, and how perspectives change and all the influence that has on us and reality and all these things. In Open Sesame, on the other hand, he looks at storytelling and in detail at what it means to be in a story and how stories are built and how story characters feel and how you're sometimes stuck in your story and what that also means for reality and for people. So the general premise of both of these stories is very interesting. Also, the writing is not bad. It's funny, it has a lot of puns, it plays with words, it's really well written. But, yes, there is a but, because I didn't really love the stories. I didn't hate them. I just think they're okay. Most of all because they're too long. In Paint Your Dragon, at some point I had the feeling that someone was beating me with a stick to understand the difference between good and evil, and that good is not always good and evil is not always evil, and trying to bring the point across was just too much. It could have been shorter, more precise, and more to the point. Then I think the story would have been a lot better. The same with Open Sesame. It was just dragging on, going around in circles, and at some point you were like, what's going on now? Why is this there? And oh yeah, we have Aziz again being stupid, trying to figure out who's smart. And then we have at the end everything turned around, and yeah. So the sad thing for me in this book is that Tom Holt really knows how to write funny, interesting stories, but he just doesn't know how to keep them short, which would make his writing a lot better in my perspective. And that's all I want to say about the book. If you have read any Tom Holt before, let me know what your opinion is of his writing style and his stories, and if you had the same experiences, or if you loved that he kept rambling on about the same point. Let me know. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.